It's CDS Radio with your girl So Fab, Coach Block, and no other than the sexy educator, Miss Tyranika Chappelle. And we are officially in Sex Unbanned.
My friend's so fucking fine, y'all. It's that voice. She said, we are now. I'm gonna stop y'all. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here.
What was it, girl?
We are here. Sex unbanned.
That make me sound like a runaway slave. Sex Unbanned.
That's how I sound. Sonny, you got so much passion in your voice, baby.
Girl, because I'm trying to get to freedom.
Girl, cause we already established this nap we all need. We already established that, yeah.
Girl, how you doing, girl?
Girl, I'm delusional. I'm tired. I told you earlier. But no. Honestly, yeah, I am good. It's been an actual good week. My week was easy.
Yes.
So I can appreciate that it was mentally, draining, but not physically draining. So, and I will say it was definitely manageable. So I enjoyed my week. Got to spend time with people. It was good.
I'm glad.
It was good. Yeah. How was your week, baby?
It was tiring, girl. That's why I sound like this.
Yeah, see that look at it. I told y'all, look. See, can't nobody believe me. Let Obi be here. She believe her.
Yeah.
Like I'm not right here with her.
Shout out to Obi.
Oh my God, Obi! And then we got Coach Block. I can't believe y'all. Look, y'all, girl. Coach Block came and hung out with me, y'all. Can y'all believe it? Cause he'll be fooling with me like that.
And you have a guest.
Yes, I'm good. And then we got Miss Brittany on the phone here from
Hey,
Intimacy
y'all.
Out Loud. How are you? How was your week, darling?
I will say mine was tiring as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, girl. It was something going on in the cosmos.
I'm kind
y'all.
of losing my voice. My son was sick, so it's just been all over the place.
Oh, I wish him a swift recovery. Poor baby. I hate when a baby's sick.
Thank you. He seemed fine today after his nap, after having to pick him up early.
No, I think he needed a nap. That's what it was. He was like, he's sick and y'all getting on his nerves.
He could have stayed and took his nap.
Oh, well, with that being said,
I had to cancel my date today.
oh,
Which fits right into the topic.
I know we're going right into that's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Brittany, well, I appreciate you coming through, offering your energy, your time, and your expertise. Because my friend Miss Brittany is a sexologist. I'm glad because you've been talking about it. So look, I love when the energy is good because we all just equally excited. Because we're gonna cut up like we've been doing.
Are you lovely ladies ready for your first question?
Yes, my love.
Okay, so Brittany, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So the first question is, what is a sex concept you found challenging to unlearn?
Whew, girl, when I got this question, I said, I don't know who this is, but you know what? Good for them. Good for them. Because I had to process this because it was I would say for me, on my sexual liberation journey, it was so many concepts that I found challenging to unlearn. But I would say the one that I found the most challenging to unlearn is that sexual intercourse is so much more than genital stimulation, whether that be penetration, stimulating the clitoris, or just playing with the penis itself, right? So that was a concept that I found the most challenging to unlearn because that required me to be more in tune with myself sexually and really understand what it is that I find pleasurable outside of genital stimulation. So yeah. How about you, Brittany? Do you have a concept that you found challenging to unlearn?
Like you, I really had to think about it myself too. I definitely agree with what you said, but I feel like growing up, I was always taught that sex was a bad thing, that you shouldn't do it until you're married, definitely shouldn't masturbate. Like I was on birth control early before I even thought about touching another man or anything. So just going through all of those things growing up as a child, and that made me even more curious to try it out anyway. So trying these things out at a young age, not even really knowing what I'm doing. So kind of unlearning that and trying to really learn my body, what it is that I want before I could even, please somebody else.
Mm. Okay. Okay. I have a follow-up question with that. What are some things that you did to help you unlearn?
Honestly, I was kind of a wild child. Um, excuse me. Um, I would say just experiences with other people, learning about different toys, learning about the actual anatomy of my body down there. And I guess as I've kind of gotten older as well, just like different hot spots on my body, just different things of taking my time, slowing it down, really, really just touching here, kissing there, licking there. Like it doesn't have to be, let's just get to it and be done. It doesn't have to be that. So really, I've learned to take my time and to make my partner take their time.
Okay.
Sometimes your partner will rush you. So I feel like if you speak up, how will they? If you don't speak up, how will they know?
That's correct. That's correct. Communication is definitely key. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you for that.
So going into the next question, it says, I'm coming out of a long-term relationship and I want to explore non-monogamy partnership. Do you have any tips on ways to explore this lifestyle?
Ooh, this was actually it was an interesting question, and I read this and I was just like that because I love spaces where I am encouraged to learn something, right? And I definitely with this question I had to dive into different areas of the lifestyle that I'm not fluid in. In the space of talking about non-monogamy, a tip that I have is first really understanding what does non-monogamy look like to you, right? Because when people think of monogamy, they think instantly of, inclusivity with just you and one person, that's it. And you can have that and still be in a non-monogamous relationship, right? Like you could be in space where you are, let's say you and your partner are a swinger, you all are exclusive with each other, but you play with other people together, right? So just identifying what that looks like to you first before engaging with other people, right? You need to have a full understanding of what it is that you enjoy, what you want, what you don't want, and how you want to actually cultivate these relationships. It's unfair to bring someone else into your space as you're exploring without having a good foundation and maybe even a blueprint to who you are, what you want. So those will be tips that I have. And then also doing some research and understanding areas of lifestyles that you're interested in, because there are so many different lifestyles. Yeah, that's how I would say definitely engaging in this new area. First of all, congratulations to you to exploring life on your terms. So good for that. Also too, before engaging with other people, because you are coming out of a long-term relationship, it will be wise to make sure that you are in good space to invite somebody else into your life or invite multiple people in your life. Because when you're talking about engaging in different relationships, the energy shared, the time shared, it can get real muddy and real money real fast. So first and foremost, starting with you, where you are, what you need, who you are, and then engaging with people accordingly. Those are the tips that I would have. How about yourself, Brittany? What tips would you offer?
Yeah, and it's like you said, bringing another, making sure you're in a good space. But it's like you're already having to bring in one person, and then you're wanting to explore with different people. So all that communication has to be on point. Like you said, a blueprint. Everything you said, I agree with. Now it's not for me because I'm kind of a selfish person, but very selfish. But making sure you do all your research and making sure it's something that you really want to do.
I like that you said that, making sure it's something that you really want to do. I like that you said that.
You just never know.
You are right.
Once you get attached to a person, multiple people at the same time.
Like I said, it can get real muddy real fast, especially when there isn't clear communication. Feelings get involved. When feelings are involved, it definitely can get a little hectic.
it can get a
Yeah.
little crazy. Uh-huh.
Which is true, but that's where the communication comes in, and you and that person are expressing what it is that you feel, right? Because rather let's say you feel jealousy, right, of one of the
Mm-hmm.
relationships your partner is having, it's a normal human reaction to feel jealousy, right? But you shouldn't.
Right.
It is best. I'm sorry. It is best to not allow how you feel to guide how you respond to people. So you can feel whatever you want to feel, but you can't hold others accountable for your feelings, if that makes sense. So
It
yeah.
does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Everybody just has to be on one accord with that.
you are right about that. So this is a good segue
I
right
feel like
into.
that's the hard part.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I missed that. Say it again.
I was saying I feel like that's the hard part is keeping everybody on one accord with it, keeping that open line of communication. Because we can say it all day, but really, are you really doing it?
Mm, that is
If
true.
you're really not, if you're really bothered by something, are you really speaking up about it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I think in that space that goes back to you bringing things back to you first and foremost before you bring it to somebody else. There's a
Mm-hmm.
level of vulnerability you have to be able to admit to somebody, hey, I'm jealous that you're with this
Right.
person. And even when that comes, there's still something you have to deal with yourself. First, identify what it is that you're really feeling, why you're feeling this way, and then bring it to your person. Because what happens then, or I would hope would happen, is you all are able to sit and come up with, or not come up with, but able to sit with each other and talk things through and see if there's a way to help appease what you're going through and help, like, guide you through those feelings. Because your feelings are
Mm-hmm.
going to be your
Mm-hmm.
feelings. They are what they are. And feelings are fleeting. Because you may be jealous today and then not care tomorrow.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But like I said, this is a good segue right into our topic, dating and sex. So with this episode, we're talking about dating, how dating has changed over the years, and these different types of lifestyles that people are, engaging in, and how people are really cultivating their dating experiences, really according to them and their needs. We're also
Mm.
going to talk about actual dating itself and planning dates and what this looks like, because this whole list thing, y'all, oh my god. And then like we get into all of that, and then we're going to talk about sex, as we should, because it's sex unbanned. but
Mm-hmm.
diving a little deeper into the topic where we're talking about, when should you have sex for the first time when dating, right? This whole body count ideology, oh my
I'm sick of
god.
it. I'm sick of it.
You and me both, girl. And then obligations of sex while dating, right? And then communicating sexual desires, going back to what Brittany was saying in the beginning, of being able to talk about those things, what you want, how you want things, all those good things. So yeah. So we're gonna take a quick break real fast, y'all. Be right back. It's TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. dive right into the topic, I want to first of all introduce Brittany. How I met her through Instagram. She followed me. I saw her and I started looking at her content. And I was like, I really enjoyed her. Her work was she was very welcoming and she was so raw, so just her. And I appreciated that she brought so much of herself to her work. Brittany's a sexologist, and I want to first tell, like I said earlier, thank you for your time, your energy, and your expertise. And so go ahead and tell everybody who you are, how you are, what you doing, and how we can find you.
I wish I could see me teasing right now off of that, but
you're not love pretty girls. I mean, like I should hear blushing. Oh my God, hey Brittany. Oh, stop. Go ahead.
So, like she said, I'm Brittany. My business is Intimacy Out Loud.
Mm-hmm.
I got certified back in March of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly decided to go down this avenue because I felt like there was a lack of education in sex and intimacy, more specifically in the Black community. So that's kind of what I've been gearing all of my information to. Now, I'm not like I'm not here for all types of audiences, but I feel like there's a lack of education in our community.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to push as much information out there, answer as many questions as I can, however often I can. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. I am working on my website. I am trying to correct my domain because I spelled it wrong. Just got it out yesterday before I went live. So I had to take it back down.
Honest, like just her. I love that.
I spelled the business name wrong, so I had to take it right back down.
Ooh.
So I'm trying to get that information fixed, and then my website will be live.
Okay. And when it is, please make sure to let us know so we can go ahead and give you shouts out.
Absolutely.
Yes, all right. So with that being said, we're gonna take and just dive right in. Like I said, so to start with dating. How has dating changed over the years? Whew. I will say I want to talk first about online dating as the primary way of meeting people now, right? For me, I spent a lot of my early years in, I would say my 25, like no, I'm lying, more like 20. All of my 20s I spent in on long-term relationships. So dating for me, I don't think I really had that dating experience because I was always with somebody.
It's awful.
Is it?
You didn't miss anything.
I'm learning, girl. Because in my 30s, I'm just like, look, and now I'm in space where, I said your 30s are the teenage years of adult life. So now I'm in space where I'm like, F this, I don't want to do this. But I'm like, oh, touch on me a little bit. I'm just saying. That's how I am. I'm like, oh my God, you breathing. Go away. But wait a second.
No, for real.
But no, all jokes. No, that's right, Brittany. But no, all jokes aside, I'm coming out of a long-term relationship in my 20s, and now I'm into my 30s where I have this new sense of identity and new experiences, and I'm growing not only as a person, but career path changing, being a mom, like so many aspects of my life has changed, and now I'm trying to figure out what that looks like, and then incorporating dating. I don't think I've ever really known what dating looks like, and then being online, and I'm just oh my God, online dating is very interesting. I have had some very interesting experiences with it, but I do think online dating has been a good space for a lot of people because not everybody's comfortable meeting people. Not everybody know how to flirt. I learned it. People are horrible at flirting.
I have no game.
Really?
None. Absolutely none.
I'm gonna learn you, friend.
I am now. My mother, on the other hand, was a phenomenal flirt.
Yes.
Me, I can't flirt.
What?
I'm so awkward.
But you're so pretty.
Thank you, girl. But I've heavily depended on that.
Turns into it.
I'm cute. I don't have to say shit.
That's right.
Use your awkwardness.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Why? To be like, hi, I like tomatoes.
Yeah, it's a good way to make somebody laugh. You find me, it's funny.
Yeah.
Kim. Friend is funny. So yeah, like I like what Brittany said. Yeah, use your. So that's a good way to say that too. Just talking about flirting. Whatever makes you use that to flirt.
Okay.
Kim likes to look. She's like, nah, I'm just saying a lie, huh?
I'll just keep depending on my, beauty and just bat an eyelash and call it a day.
There you go, girl.
don't
It's-
don't expect me to be on some, oh, so my name is Kim and I do I'll be like, so anyway, what you want?
Dang, for real, like that, homie? Okay, no wonder.
I'm not a flirt.
They're like, whoa, all right.
Not a flirt.
Okay. But that's been my biggest thing with online dating. Like I was saying, people who are in space where they can online date, it could be a good space for them because you don't have to deal with the people too much. And you can people in a way that's best for you when dating online. But I think it opened up space where you can, find a lot more people who are not very honest. Of course, people can lie to you in person, but it's a lot easier online. Cause this whole catfishing thing, y'all remember when Catfish came out?
Girl, and it's still happening.
Oh yeah, that's still a show, huh?
It's still a show. Yeah.
For real?
It's still a show.
Oh.
And people are still catfishing. I told you about the guy that told me he was 6'1" and he was probably like 5'7".
Girl.
Oh no.
Now why he gonna make himself? He could have said he was 5'8".
Oh no.
You a whole 6 foot, sir.
Yeah. So it still happens.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
I'm pretty
Brittany is tickled. That girl, she said, what? 6 feet? And he my height? Now we eye level, sir. Don't do that. But yeah, so with that being said, Brittany, how do you feel online dating has changed? Matter of fact, how has it changed over the years from when it first began? Because I think about online dating like MySpace. And remember Tag? Remember Tag?
Yeah.
Like those space people online dating for real. You don't think so?
No, girl.
I mean, back then it was kind of more
beyond, but I'm talking about me
fun.
person, like how I see it. But yeah, go ahead, Brittany.
I said back then it was kind of more fun and kind of innocent. Like you didn't know if you was really gonna meet the person in person, so it is what it is. But now I don't like online dating. I tried it a couple years ago, and I kept meeting some really weird ass people. So I stopped.
Oh,
because you seem real cool on this app. We get
Mm.
along great, and then when I meet you, you real like I met a dude once, and we went on a couple dates. And then one day he invited me over to watch movies, and I sat there for several hours, and we watched what was it? The Avengers. It was one of the series. I can't think of which one it was, but oh my god!
Girl,
after that, I never did it again. I never did it ever again.
But what happened?
Yes,
we don't know what
the
happened.
Avengers is good.
I like the Avengers.
Nothing happened. We sat there.
Oh,
And
you
we watched
wanted something to happen.
We didn't talk.
Oh.
We didn't eat. He
Oh.
just wanted to watch those movies, like
he wanted
into
company?
the movie, and not me at all.
Girl, you could have. I
I was
could have
done.
FaceTime you for this, sir.
Right.
I was done.
Could have said on
And he was
FaceTime.
very
I'm
literal
not
with
dating
it
too.
then.
Yeah, or maybe could it also been in space where maybe he was nervous and didn't know what to do.
That was not our first date,
Ooh.
so I don't know.
Yes,
Brittany said we are not going to defend
no, we're
him.
not doing this. No, he knew better.
He's a weirdo. Period.
That was not the first date. No.
Okay. Okay. Well,
It's
look.
not for everybody. I mean, some people I know have been very successful with it. They like it. It's fun.
Yes.
But also, I feel like it depends on where you're from. I'm in
Mm.
Kentucky. It's not a lot in the pool here.
Oh,
Girl, neither in Raleigh.
So,
hello, girl.
Mm-mm.
no, I don't like it.
Mm.
I don't like it.
It definitely is a lot. It's a
Uh-huh.
lot to take on emotionally because there are a lot of people who are on these sites
Yeah.
thinking that their partner is going to heal them from whatever it is that they're battling.
Woo.
Like some of the profiles,
Mhm.
if I were to show people like what these guys say, was like, oh, well, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. There's a lot of anger coming out of this
Mhm.
profile. I feel like you slapped me across the damn face. Like, relax, and it's just a lot of people I don't think are in a space to date.
Mm.
Nope.
And it's just like, well, I'm looking for this other person to kind of help me go through whatever it is I'm going through.
Mhm.
And I mean, not to say nobody's ever 100% healed. We're all,
It's a
constantly
journey,
evolving.
yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
But when
Right.
it's getting to the point where you are either, there's a lot of insecurities that are showing on this profile page, or you're hurt because somebody may have said something to you. Like the one guy was like, oh, well, I'm tired of people telling me that I'm short. But baby, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Wait, is this same dude that said he was 6'1"?
No. These are other profiles. Like as I'm
okay.
scanning through, and then I noticed, like you said, as you get older, you become more selective. So I'm literally like left.
Girl.
Nope.
Then to get in, like you had more people. I'm like, damn, I'm out of luck. They were like, you've seen all of the profiles, Taranikia, girl.
None of them are liking you back. Then you get monsters that sit there and pop up in your inbox like, wait a minute. Hit them high, hit them high, hit them high. Like, is this?
Get it out, Kill. Get it. Okay, yeah.
You really thought?
Girl.
You thought I was gonna swipe right?
Girl.
No, honey, no.
Oh, you're so kind.
So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But and to Brittany's point, it's just one of those things where you're constantly moving. You got a lot going on, so you almost don't have any other choice other than, okay, well, maybe I'll try it. But after so many situations that you've been through, you're like, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I be like, I'm tired. Like, I'm just go back in the closet. I don't even care. I'm about ready to give me a doggone dog, and I don't need like animals like that. I was like Mason. Yeah, that my dude. But anyway, yeah. So like, but to everybody's point, yeah, when it comes to online dating, it can be exhausting, and I feel like it's more exhausting to meet somebody in person.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Because I can talk to anybody.
Absolutely, it's way more.
But this online thing, I'll be like, what? Like, now I gotta sit here and really think about this shit before I type it.
Yeah. And answer the same questions over.
They're not really who they say they are anyway.
Wait, say it again.
I said they're not really who they say they are anyway. So
that's
you got to weed through that no matter what.
Well, that is true. And I think that is a space for whether you meet somebody in person or online. People are going to present to you their best, what they perceive their best foot forward is, right? Before you 6 months to a year in and be like, okay, this is the real you. I met you. I was talking to your rep earlier. They be like, I'm gonna bring your rep back. I don't like the real you. And be like that. I'm just saying, like, just put it out there. But so like I said, yeah, for me, online dating has definitely been an interesting experience. Again, I'm just coming from a space where, like I say, I spent majority of those dating years that everybody tell you should just date. I spent those in long-term relationships. And when I wasn't in a relationship, I spent 2 years of myself just like by myself, not wanting to bother with anybody. So like I said, then getting into another relationship that was long-term, that's 6 years, was just like, dang. And now I'm back out here and I'm like, it's stank out here. What is this? Like, shit. It's like, you know what? I ain't even that mad. I ain't even that mad.
Make you reconsider that.
Yeah, you be like, I said people going back to their exes. I ain't mad at them. For you be like, you know what? I don't even like it out here.
It's the devil I know.
Girl, you are right about that. It's the devil that I know, and I don't have to deal with everybody else and all the stuff that come along with all the chaos of the world, right? So online dating, I feel like this is going to bringing it back because I don't want people to think or perceive that I just feel like it's awful because it's not. Because like I said, I've had spaces where I've met some really good people. I got a good friend right now I met online. I was like, damn, like when I say she's too cool, like she's too fucking cool. Like that's my baby. And I've also been in spaces where I met people. I'm just like, wait a second, what? Like, calm down. You like me a whole lot. Shut up. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I'm not. I'll leave it alone.
Don't you dare. Kimberly, you better not.
I'll leave it alone.
Don't do it. Anyway, like I was saying.
2 words.
Shut up. I don't like her, y'all. I don't like her at all. But she ain't right. I ain't telling her nothing else. You will know no more business of mine. Awful.
I ain't gonna say it. You know what the words are.
Shut up, kid. Shut up. I don't care. I ain't listen to her no more, y'all. Anyway, like I was trying to say, I was interrupted. I've met people where I was just like, oh my God, like calm down. This is a lot. But I've met people again, like I said, where I'm like, dang, like she's so cool. I really enjoy the space. Like I feel good here. And then the space, like people like, dang, you know what? I'm liking this. Okay, I'll step off and just chill or whatever, right? But I think with online dating, I really feel like there needs to be space where some of these things can actually be not delegated, dedicated more to other things that's going on in the world, because there's so much going on, and people in spaces where they just like finding this and finding that. But like, for example, like people, like I remember you was telling me about what's it called, Honeybee? No, the app. What was it called?
Oh, Bumble.
Yeah, Bumble.
Yes, Honeybee.
Yeah, I was close, motherfucker. I'm sorry, I apologize. Close enough. But anyway, Bumble, and couples are on there like scouting for a third in their relationship, when that's not the basis of the app itself. Like, why are we doing this? There are so many other apps that are dedicated to what you're looking for. Why come here?
Right. And Brittany, to answer your question, I came across at least 3 profiles of people who were looking for a third. At least.
Wow.
And I'm not against this, because like, you should cultivate whatever relationship works for you and the people in your life. I really believe that in my heart, because that's what I live for. However, not every space is meant for that. So
which is why they have like farmers only, Christian Mingle.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be on Christian Mingle talking about something. You want to come help me and my husband round up some toys or something. I don't know, y'all. I was delusional. I need some more. That didn't come out as funny as I thought it was, y'all.
Need to do it again.
Rewind. It didn't hit like I thought it was gonna hit. But y'all know what I was saying. Don't play me. Y'all know what I was trying to say. Point is, again, I think these spaces need to be more dedicated than what they are. Like, being able to really weed out certain people and like put you in space where you need to be. Like, even like, dating as a lesbian, like the what's that app called, Her, right? When I tell you the amount of like couples that's up there, I'm like, wait a second, I thought this was a queer space. Like, yeah, of course your person may be queer, but it's like, okay, why are we scouting here? Like, this is not what I understand this app to be. So it's just like, okay, I suppose. But I mean, there's a space for everybody. And when it comes to online dating, just again, bringing it back, there's good, there's bad about it. I don't think it's 100% either or. It's just whatever those experiences that you're having and how you cultivate that relationship on like when you're online dating. Like, how do you take and like engage with your profile? Like, do you have information? Know what I can't stand? Somebody who has no information on their profile.
Oh yeah.
But you got a whole bunch of pictures of your booty cheeks hanging out, sis. Or tap the cheeks later.
And I mean, there are guys that do the same thing. They'll just be pictures of like just headshots. I don't know if I'm getting ready to meet Slimer or Method Man. Like, it's a toss up here. Yeah. I'm not quite sure what I'm getting. And then old photos. And I think this is why see, Brittany, this is why I prefer in person rather than online, because you're presenting yourself as where you are at now. Yeah, I've seen people who have put pictures on from homecoming of like 2010.
Girl, this my heyday right here, girl.
And baby, mine was in 2016, but you better get all this fluff and appreciate it. Goodness, let me tell you something. She'll make you a good damn breakfast. So appreciate this fluff. I got you, girl.
You said that already.
But that whole thing of, like you said, we're looking at ass cheeks, we're looking at prints, and you're showing off your body, and be proud of your body. I want you to. But you can't tell me that, oh well, I'm gonna put all these pictures on here, no information, but I want something serious. That's not what your profile's telling me.
Right. But I think also, are people really looking at profiles for really like to figure out if this is somebody's potential? This is a potential person for me. And whatever you're looking for, rather that be dating, rather that just be sex, rather we just companionship, communication. What are we really looking at people? Because I read profiles, and first of all, I take my time and write. Mine is well thought out. Okay. I put attention to my stuff. Read my shit,
please.
I got mad. I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit.
So, general consensus, Brittany, would you rather do online or in person? What would you rather?
I'd rather do in person.
Me too, because I am a person.
I just can't.
I'm sorry, I mean to cut y'all. Say it again.
Nothing. I was just saying, online just wasn't for me.
So now that we're saying that, okay, when we think about that, because online dating has been the primary source to find a potential mate, how do people actually go about meeting people in person?
Girl, still trying to figure that out.
Because I'm a person, I'll talk to anybody. I'll talk to you.
do.
I know.
You do.
Unless you be pretty. Y'all, listen, a pretty chocolate woman walk past, I'm break my whole neck. I'll be like,
And I walk away from you. I'm like, that is enough.
Not me. Hey, sis. Well, so like, you know, how do people, because we are in space, especially like I think about this too. We're still coming out of COVID or the beginning. COVID is still here. Let's not act like it ain't, because it's still here. We're still dealing with it, but we are less restricted, and we have been restricted from all people for 3 years. And now we're just coming back into it. We're finally finding some sense of normalcy, right? How do we go about meeting people when we haven't been able, when we haven't had that to do? Like, where, like, are we still meeting people at the grocery store or at the gas station? That's the worst. Don't meet me at the gas station.
No, please
don't talk to me at the gas station.
Well,
you gonna pump my gas. You gonna pump my gas. You can talk all day long, because I hate pumping gas. I was sitting. Oh, you gotta say, girl, yeah.
Well, Brittany, in your case, where have you met, you know, potential partners or, you know, anyone that you might even relatively be interested in?
Well, like you said with the whole COVID thing, I basically had a COVID baby. So I am
all right.
starting
She was
to date.
clapping.
Yeah, my son just turned 2 last week. So
I
just started dating. Yeah, I just started dating with basically this year.
Okay.
Because I honestly had to learn who I was all over again since I have brought someone else into this world. I'm no longer that crazy. I can go out whenever I want, do what I want, have whoever over whenever I want.
Oh yeah, girl.
It's a lot of things that I had to, you know, the changes, your hormones. It's just so many different things.
That's fair.
So I had to learn who I was all over again before I made myself available to someone else. And now I've had guys approach me on social media, even some that I may have met before and asked me out or whatever. So I started dating somebody that I went to college with, and he was kind of the real first person that I kind of took serious when I started dating again, and it didn't work out.
Okay.
It turned into a situationship with what remember what I was telling you about earlier?
Yeah.
It turned into a situationship, and I cannot handle situationships, especially if we start out dating, catching feelings. I'm thinking this might be going somewhere for you to be like, oh, I don't want something serious.
Now I do have to ask, was the communication had as to what the potential space for y'all would be?
I don't think it was had until later on. It wasn't early on. My understanding, it wasn't early on.
Okay, and that's fair.
Can I ask both of you a question?
Yeah.
Sure.
So, both of you. How would you like to be approached by a potential suitor?
For me, I will say it depends on the space I'm at. So, like, if we're at a event, right, and I'm looking good, and you come and say hello to me, just treat me like a person, because I know I got a whole lot of personality, and I talk to anybody. I walk in the room and I float. So I do understand that, but just come talk to me. Just be you. You have to put on no facade. You don't got to act like this, that, and the other. Just come talk to me, and don't engage because you know I'm in sexual help. Don't come engage and start talking instantly about sex. I find it fascinating. I do. I find sex absolutely fascinating, but I have more depth to me. I find other stuff fascinating. Like I like art. I like history. I read. I like clothes. I like jewelry.
The time and place.
Yeah, just talk to me. Just treat me like a person. Yeah, like it doesn't have to be too serious. Like I'm that person. Like I'm a personable person. You don't gotta come to me and like put on your best foot forward. Just say something weird. Make me laugh. If you make me laugh, I might slide out these drawers. I ain't lying. Good joke. I'll be like,
girl, that's how my ex got me. Next thing I know, I'm head over heels. Head over heels.
Girl, tell me a good joke. It could be a stupid dad joke. Just bring you when you are approaching me. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
That's it. How about you, Brittany? What is the proper way to approach you?
I definitely can agree with the whole being you and making me laugh, but don't overdo it with the compliments. I don't like
Oh no, compliment me.
all
Tell me
those
I'm pretty all
like the
day. I
compliments
don't
are
care, Kim.
so much.
Pretty.
I don't. Yeah, it's not necessary. You already said I was beautiful. Thank you. What's next?
Oh, tell me again. Come here a few times.
I'm sorry. I don't like it. Too many compliments within like the first few minutes, and I just met you. That's weird.
I think they may be nervous because some people again they don't know how to flirt.
I don't like it. I don't
Okay,
like
well,
it.
Brittany said,
You're not gonna get anywhere with me with that. Just so whoever's listening,
I don't like it. It's the case, so you know. Clear your throat. Brittany said,
Make me laugh, like you said. Like ask me questions, get to know the real me. But all that just trying so hard, it turns me off.
Okay, that's fair, and I understand that. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, you can tell me I'm pretty all day long.
Anyway, girl, we got to take a quick break.
Now, like you said about the whole sex thing, I have been getting that recently since people are now knowing what I do. They always want to talk about sex or ask like, why? Do you want to get to know me or do you want to book a session?
Yeah, and I think also a lot of people too are in a space where they feel, I think it has been perceived with the work that we do that there's this level of promiscuity with us, right? And it's associated with just who I am as a person. I realizing like sex is just a part of me. It's not who I am in total. I enjoy it a lot, don't get me wrong. But what about the rest of me? Do you find just how I engage in this space to be the most interesting part? Because that's the case, then you can watch me and all the content that I create. You don't have to talk to me because
it's your profession. You know, that would be like if somebody came to someone who was in the stock market and only solely talked about the stock market over and over and over and over again. Like you said, there's a whole person who is behind the scenes, get to know me. And just because, you know, you have this whole like goofy fascination with it, that's almost childlike. Don't treat me like that.
No,
you know.
No, again, see the human that's in front of you, because this is a whole person. All this stuff that you enjoy about me, it came from somewhere. There were some things that had to be done. There was some work that I had to do. Like there's levels to me. So if you're gonna be in space with me, occupy space with me, I'm gonna appreciate you for who you are. Because I'm gonna look at you and get to know you the person. And once I get to know you the person, I'm gonna chill with you. I don't care if you in space where what you are I don't know, stockbroker, right? I may be in space where I want to learn about stocks, but I'm not going to look at just that aspect of you. I'm going to look at all that come along with you, you know, because again, there was some stuff that had to happen while you got here. What's the story behind it? Like, how do we choose this as a profession? So yeah, like like I said, approaching me is just that way, just depending on where we at. If I'm at a gas station, like I said, don't come talking to me. Because first of all, I'm irritated because I don't want to be here. That's number one. Gas is too damn high. That's number two. I hate pumping gas. That's number three. It stank over here. That's number four. Then they got this crazy person over here hollering. Somebody drunk outside proud of here. And the woman in the damn gas station, she irritated, so she got an attitude. So it's a lot of stimuli happening right now. And here you come, oh, what's up? Nothing. Go away. You pumping this gas instead of talking? Shoot. So no, I just think it's situation. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you cannot be approached at a gas station, but again, how do you do it? Don't come hollering across your car. Hey, like no, that bothers me. Don't holler at me. Do not literally holler at me. I'm not a dog. You get ignored all the time. And that's happened to me before. And a dude got upset and told me she thinks y'all like she got a polo shirt on. Y'all. Y'all. It wasn't even polo. Here the thing was polo style. Girl, take a break. So thanks she all that because she got a polo shirt. I was like, nigga, wait, you saw this polo with wealth? You got a lot of learning. But all right. Anyway, y'all, we coming right back. Y'all stay tuned. Be right back. TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. right, y'all. We
You
are
talking about
back.
those lists?
Okay, Brittany. Yeah, that happened. What you said, Brittany? We ain't hear you, darling.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, you better scream at us.
Nope. You go
Brittany said,
ahead.
like
You go
I
ahead.
said.
No, I'm good.
Okay. You sure come in, you know we got you. But okay, so this so like we're gonna wrap things up soon. You know we're getting to the hour, but before wrapping up, and some things I want to talk about going back to dating, and then we're gonna go back and talking about sex. But as far as dating goes, like this list of all the dates that people should not take somebody on for a first date. Did you see the list, Brittany?
I saw a few of them going around.
Oh, okay. Did you see the list? Well, you saw it. You told me about it.
Mm-hmm.
I see this. Honestly, I don't think there's nothing wrong with the woman said. My thing is this here. I think this woman, she posted this, and I feel like she was specifically talking about herself, maybe. And everyone who read it associated this as, oh, this is what nobody should do. And everyone took offense to it. Personally, I think if this is what she wants for herself, who is anybody to tell her anything different? You're just not the person to be dating her. There's somebody out here who's not going to take her to those places and who values those things that she values. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the list. I think it becomes a problem when everybody takes an associated, when people, no, I'm sorry. I think it becomes a problem when everybody takes and they internalize this, and then they take and they respond, really react to what it is that they're feeling. Because I don't know what do you think, Brittany, as far as the list go? Because they got a whole like 8 million lists now. Women you should. I thought one that said women you shouldn't date. I was like, what?
You're talking about?
They want to date this
I
fucking
saw at
right
least 4 the other day.
You saw what?
I said I saw at least 4 lists the other day.
Jesus.
Huh?
She saw at least 4.
4? Oh wow! Look, everybody listening shit. How about you do this here? Make a list of things that you not gonna do no more. How about that? Just saying.
I mean, I think it probably was a personal preference thing, and then just kind of blew up, and now everybody thinks we all think the same. Another thing to argue about on social media. I mean, because I feel like everybody has a list of some sort, but we're all different. Our lists are all different, so I mean, I guess it just depends on the person.
That's fair. That's fair. And I agree.
And how you approach them with the list, with said list.
Oh, you know you're right about that, because the way you gotta do stuff. Can't nobody holler, well, here's my list. Number 1. But yeah, I said, so just wrap it up and to talk about the list, like, what your preferences are and what your desires are with dating you is just that. There's your blueprint, and you just need to be in good space with people who are understanding, who are open and willing to accommodate those things to some extent.
Because the Cheesecake Factory ain't that good.
I'm about to tell you. I'm just saying, people talk about Roof Chris. Ain't nothing but an upscale Arby's.
You are the third person to say that.
They
didn't say Arby's, but they said it wasn't that good.
Well, I'll take it back. It's an upscale Applebee's.
Ooh.
Roof Chris is chain, y'all. It's like it's a Michelin restaurant, a Michelin star restaurant. It's a chain restaurant. It's literally everywhere. It's damn near every hotel.
Yeah. You're right.
Never mind.
A whole different show.
Never mind. Like, people is really amped up behind Roof Chris. What's the other one they say? It don't matter. Point is this here. You want what you want, and there's somebody in this world who will take and help you get there or give you what you want. How about that? Now I want to go dive into sex. We didn't even touch on that. When is it good to have sex for the first time when dating? Whenever you and that person talk about and y'all decide to have sex, I don't think there should be a time limit.
Whenever, exactly. You can't put a time limit on that. If it's the first date, it's the first date. If it's 6 months from now, it's 6 months from now.
But I think people take and use sex as a way to navigate how they're going to be with somebody, and that's unfair. Sex should not be used as a tool. I think that's just it's a very interesting space. And even the thing about it is, people say like, "Oh, I'm not gonna have sex," but then somebody will turn around and like, let's say somebody has sex with you, right? Turn around and judge you because you had sex or had sex on the first date. Well, I didn't F me by
Mhm.
myself. You did too. So ain't you a hoe too? We equal hoes. We should be together. Wonder Hoes activated. Yes. Boom. All right. I always find that so fascinating, especially like from a male perspective. Like, oh, she had sex the first date. Well, you did too, so you a hoe too, sir. Like, you might be a big hoe to her your first time around. I'm just saying, like, but here we are. But yes, I'm just going back. I just believe that whenever you and the person that you are with, as long as it's safe, it's consensual, and both people are pleased, you have sex whenever you want to. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think there's a time limit. And like I said, I just feel like people take and use that as leverage in relationships and navigating relationships. And it's just, I just find it to be so unfair. I do. How
I
about yourself,
agree.
Brittany?
No, I agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
It depends on the person. Depends on our relationship and the conversation that we have.
Because that date may not mean longevity. It might just mean a good sex session. And that's all you was worth. It be like that
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yep.
Hopefully be ongoing. That'd be nice. Shit. Ain't no words to have a good sex, but like that, I can't stand you. Shoot. Can you just not breathe? Just be over here for a little while and go home. But going into this next part, body count. Okay, y'all. I think this idea of body count is absurd, and it's definitely a male perspective. I don't think people realize it. So once again, especially talking about men, like it ain't that many y'all out here. It's more women than men out here. We can't have sex with so many times. Like, I'm just saying. So how can we, equate that to my worth of how many, like, in this sense of ownership of my I can say the P word.
Might as well go ahead. Girl.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it because you're gonna fuss at me later on. But anyway, so for you to equate my worth to my vulva, right? And then hold me accountable for something that you created. If I use it, if I do something. Even I think about when it's from a lesbian space, like I hear women say something like, girl, like, what are you talking about? Like, again, I didn't just come out here like it's gonna happen. There's no way to say like what is the proper amount of sex you should have. I'm sorry. Let me take this back. What is the most acceptable sexual partner amount people should have? Nobody got an answer, but everybody keeps saying she didn't have sex with 3 people. She awful. But nobody has what acceptable an acceptable amount of sexual partners is.
And there's 2 things to it too. Number one, you'll have a bunch of people yelling like, "Oh, you didn't have so many," but somebody's still sleeping with them. So that's one. And then 2, you also have people out here who will sleep with a multitude of people and still don't know what they're doing.
Thank you.
And again, if you have sex with 100 people, that's your business. It is your vulva and your penis. Do whatever you want with it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
Just be safe.
That's all I'm asking. Be safe and sane and consensual with your sex. That's it. But I think this idea of using body count towards people and their worth and how you should treat them in relationships, whether that be romantic or something that's just occasional. They're not less deserving of respect, love, attention, affection, intimacy because of the amount of people or the level of sexual experiences. If anything, want somebody like that, keep them around. They might know, they may, be able to teach you a few things. Just saying.
You never know.
Body count, how do you feel about it, Miss Brittany?
Body count, it's none of your business. Don't ask me. I'm not going to answer it. So
I don't mind sharing. It don't ever bother me.
I'm not sharing because what's it going to change?
Oh, I feel like
either you want to be here or you don't.
That's fair. I think for me, if you ask, I'm going to be honest because one thing I will say when I really learned what sex was for me and my body, and I took ownership of my pleasure. The one thing I always said to myself, I will never do anything with my body that, first of all, I don't want to do. Secondly, I'm not being pleased. So that's why people I had sex, I'm going to tell you why, because I feel good about that. I've had some great sex, and I will boast about it.
I mean, but
I was like, yeah,
but like instead of body count,
they did. I like talking about it because it brings me pleasure.
But instead of body count, why should we be talking about getting tested or have you ever had an STD? Do you have something that could be passed? Can we talk about something real instead of how many people you slept with?
So do you find that's more of a first question over safety?
I don't think it's a question that many people ask at all.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That is fair. Well, I want to thank you, Miss Brittany, for coming up here with Brittany from Intimacy Out Loud, for coming on the show, hanging out with me, and again sharing your time, energy, and expertise. Sorry. Excuse me, y'all.
Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely. We'll have to bring you back, girl, because you're a good time. You hang out with us. Let us cut up with you. So once again, so everybody can know.
I'm have to come in person.
I'm sorry, say it again.
I said I'm gonna have to come in person.
Well, bring your pretty ass. Well, just bring your pretty ass. We waiting for you. We will always, Kim always adopted somebody.
And do.
But how I talk to everybody. But that's why I turn around. Friend, we got a new friend. Who now, Kim? Shut up. At least not talking till you go away. She got to bring it to the family. Like, we got enough cousins, Kim. We're in a room. Shit. But anyway, Brittany, please tell everybody where we can find you and what some things that you have going on in your city.
Once again, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Website is loading. Right now, I've got my candles getting ready to come out. That's why I'm working on the website. They melt into massage oil, so they'll be on sale. That's my phase one. I got some events coming up here in the next year. I'm located in Lexington, Kentucky, but I'm down to travel and collaborate. So just hit me up and I'm down.
Okay. And once again, what are those your Instagram and Facebook handles?
Intimacy Out Loud.
Both of them?
Yes, both.
All right. Awesome. Well, y'all, guess what? I appreciate y'all for staying out with us, hanging out. Hope y'all had a good laugh because y'all know Kim crazy. I said what I said. I can't throw my head because it's in a bun. But y'all got the drift. But yeah, so y'all stay tuned. We'll be back week after next. And with the next episode, we're talking about polyamory. We're going to dive into that. So y'all, I will see y'all Friday after next. Again, thank y'all for joining in. It's TDS Radio, our voice, our culture.